Your employees log in and they're going to get an acknowledgement screen as soon as they log in. And it's going to ask them if they will agree to receive their W-2s digitally. They can say yes, they can say no. They can change their answer from year to year or from day to day if they want. So what's going to do then is you will be able to see from the grid in ESS, and we can show you that later, who has agreed to get their W-2s digitally. That is in turn going to, when you print your W-2 report at the end of this year, it's going to change what it looks like at the bottom of your W-2 report. And if you look at that first page of the W-2 checklist, the very first part where it says, when the enable W-2 digital delivery checkbox is marked, the following occurs. So the bottom of your reports are going to look a little different. It's going to show you the total number of employees, the total number of W-2 forms, and then the total number of physical W-2 forms, and then the total number of digital forms. So then you will know how many actual forms you're going to have to print out. And on the employee side then, once you have all of the W-2s completed, you have the ability to go into ESS and send out an email to your employees letting them know they are available for them to go and get. Missy, is that in order for you to send out that email, you have to be a district?
I think you have to be a district manager.
District manager and admin in ESS. Yes, district manager and or admin. And you can also view the acknowledgements if you're a district manager or an admin. You can view the acknowledgements that your employees have signed off on. It'll be a date and time stamp as well. Now, if you don't use ESS for your leaves, you still have the ability to do the same process. Your employees will just have a different role in ESS. They will just have W-2 and pay slips, meaning when they log into ESS, the only thing they'll see are their W-2s and pay slips. There'll be no options for entering leaves in the ESS system. But they will have the same thing. When you log in, you'll have the acknowledgement that you have to accept the W-2s digitally. And then you can still send out the email letting them know when they're available. So this is new to the ESS system this year. And I know not everybody is probably going to agree to receive these digitally. So if you have some people who still want them on form, the option there is, if you're trying to save a little money, not purchasing the W-2 forms and printing them on the actual form. You can print them on paper. I could see some people wanting that, but you don't really legally have to have the actual form. You just have to have it on a piece of paper, and you do have to provide them with the instructions that are on the back of the W-2. Those instructions can be obtained at the IRS website. And once the 2025s are out there, I'm not sure, we're going to check and see if they are yet, we can pass those along to you. So you hand them the slip of paper and you hand them the instructions for the back. Or if you have to mail them, that's another option. We tested this out yesterday. You can print them on paper. You can print them on 8.5 by 11 or 8.5 by 14. The 8.5 by 11, when you fold it, there's an ability to fold it and have the employee's address show up in a window envelope. However, I'm not exactly sure the window envelope dimensions. I've asked the SSDT because the window envelopes we have didn't work when we folded this. So I'm in the process of asking the SSDT when they developed this form, what was the specs for the envelope, so that we can pass that along, so you can just fold the papers, it will appear in the window envelope, and you can mail them out. Another option would be you could also print labels, stick the labels on an envelope and stuff the paper in there.
I think our problem was that our,
Our problem yesterday was that our envelopes are left justified, the windows. And the windows for the W-2s, I think, are more center. And that's where ours didn't work. So it all depends on what type of envelope you use. So that's all I wanted to say.
Thanks, Missy. So, but I am researching that to try and make this as easy as possible for everyone. And let me just jump in and say this real quick for the 1099s. I did not purchase 1099 forms last year for my vendors. I printed them on paper and I put them in an envelope and I did labels and sent them out. Um, it was just it was just to save some money and save some time putting it through the folder sealer and all of that. So that can also be done with your 1099s, and you want to provide the instructions on the back sheet of paper with that as well. We can go through some of these. Actually, I am going to go through a couple of the questions, the frequently asked questions in that digital checklist. I'm going to point out a few things that we talked about yesterday and we thought were important. Number 3, should our district establish a cutoff date for employees to consent digital delivery of their W-2s? I absolutely would. You need to let them know this date, this time, whatever you have chosen in ESS, this is what we're going with. Because you can't have people walking in a day before you're ready to print your W-2s and say, hey, I changed my mind. I want paper instead, or I'm going to go digital delivery, which that would be a little easier to switch off to. But I would make there be a deadline for the end of the year. Now, during the year, if they think they would like to do it and they go in and accept it, and then a month later, if they do it in March and then in April they change it, that's really not going to affect you as much. But it's closer to the end of the year. So I would set deadlines at the end of each year. You have to have your decisions made by this point in time. It's just going to make your life easier. Also, I can say this too. If you have someone who the problem with them receiving it digitally is maybe they don't have a printer at home, or they want a hard copy. We have an employee here who doesn't have a printer at home. He's our general maintenance man. He accepted the digital delivery, and he just comes in the office and I print his out on a sheet of paper. Well, Melissa prints it out on a sheet of paper for him. So he's accepted it, but we still give him a paper copy. So if there's somebody who is that kind of a situation, that it's not that they're opposed to the digital delivery, it's just they don't have a way to get it, tell them just pop in the office. I'll print it out on a piece of paper for you, so that it makes it easier for them and for you. Another question I wanted to point out in that Q&A is number 7. Is there a way to notify employees when W-2s are available? We talked about that. Yes, there is a way that you can shoot out an email to all of those people who have agreed to the digital delivery to let them know. So as soon as they're available, they have them. Again, there's no need to have to pass them out in buildings, anything like that. It's going to save some time if you can convince people to go this route. Time for you and them. They'll get them quicker. Number 9, what happens if an employee elects to receive their W-2 digitally but resigns before the end of the calendar year? Missy, do you want to jump in and say what you did last year when that happened?
Well, this year's a little different because it was updated by the SSDT. What I did was for people who just recently left, like Bree, she left. She's still in the ESS, but I just obviously changed her username to her email address, personal email address, and I changed her role to W-2 and pay slips only, which means she can still log into the ESS, but the only thing she's going to be able to do is see her old pay slips and a new W-2 that will come out this year. She can't put leave in or attempt to do anything else. The only thing she'll be able to do with that role is see those her pay slips and W-2. So that's what I did for all the employees who left over this past year, since it's something new. If you don't mind me backtracking just a smidge, if you do use ESS, the W-2 mass email is in the systems menu. So it's down at the very bottom because it's in alphabetical order. You can type up whatever you want. So do you have any questions? Do we have any questions so far on anything? Okay, back
You
to
know I do. It's Jenny.
Go ahead.
Can you say that again? It got very noisy here. I didn't hear
Someone
what you
was
said
speaking.
about
Was it
the.
Ginny?
It's Jenny.
Jenny,
Can-
we can't hear her.
Of course
Oh,
not.
I don't hear anything now. Oh, there she is.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Now I can hear you.
Sorry. Can you say again what you just said about the emails?
Ginny, I know you're trying to speak to us, but we hear hello and nothing else.
She's muted now.
Oh, you're muted now. Let's see if I try to unmute her. Let me find her. Ginny, where are you at, Ginny? There you are.
If you could
Can you
repeat
check the
it.
chat?
Oh, okay. I unmuted you, Jenny, but if you want me to, I'll mute you back. Which part of it? The role, the message? Which
The
part of it?
message. The message.
Okay, you're speaking, but your volume must be all the way down, possibly?
Have your evaluation go out.
Yeah, can't hear you, honey.
Can you hear me at all?
If you'll put here, we'll put it, if you could put it in chat and tell me what you specifically wanted me to repeat, I'd appreciate it. Oh, there you
put
are,
it in-
Jenny.
I
I
put
can
it in
see your
chat.
lips moving, but I can't hear anything.
Chat.
Nothing.
I can hear both of you.
Did she put something in chat?
Yeah, she put, can you repeat what you just said? Okay, I'm gonna just say it all again then. How's that? In fact, there you go. Let me share this screen just real quick.
Share your screen is because I wanted you to show a few things in ESS.
Oh,
if you
okay.
want to.
Now this is my personal email. I mean, my personal, let me make it, there, is it sharing the right one? Yeah.
Sharing it.
Okay, so as far as the email, it's under systems, W2 mass email, and then you would type up what you want to say, like, attention, all employees who elected to receive their digital W2s, they are now out on the ESS. And then you would send the emails, and the system knows to go to the ones who've accepted acknowledgement, I should say. Send it out to there. You can even start typing it and just save the template. The other thing I was mentioning was for what our older users, like not older, that sounds like for old people. That's not what I mean. For our employees who left the district, we gave them the roles to only, it's called W2 and pay slip.
You can pull me up.
Okay, let me give you, I'm going to go to Missy then. She said I could use her. I could use myself too, so it doesn't matter. Let's see, are these in alphabetical order? Yes, they are. Melissa Crosley, here we go. So there's a role, and it's clear out the bottom, pay slips and W2. So yeah, if you click, it will check it, and it added it right there on my roles. If that's the only role I had, that's all I'll be able to see in ESS. I'll only be able to see any of my pay slips or W2s.
If you save that role, they don't wipe out everything else.
Okay, yeah. Let me see if I don't remember all I have, so I don't want to save it.
If you hit save, it tells you what it's gonna be. so you can
Oh.
cancel it.
Oh, okay. So let me save.
And before
Will be added to your when a users persisted with this role, all other roles are removed. Do you still want to? So no, I don't, obviously. So I just want to remove that role. So okay, so what else did we want to you want me to show, Miss?
show them down at the bottom corner where the acknowledgement is if they need to go to
Oh.
in the profile.
Okay, so if I mean I personally did accept my W2 already to be delivered digitally. But if I go through onto my profile, the one down here at the bottom, not the one up top that says employee profile is from the employee record. So keep that in mind when you think of that. So just my regular profile down here, I can go to W2 acknowledgement, and I can I've already consented but now I can revoke it if I wanted to. So I'm not gonna do that because, don't want to do that, that's all.
Show them where, the district manager can go to see who's accepted.
Okay, so district managers, and I believe, they're the only ones, W-2 acknowledgements. I can go here and see everybody who's accepted it here. So,
When I
I'm gonna have, if you see everybody just about did it, so, and you can filter by, who am I still waiting for to do it?
Jenny, oops, wait. Jenny, the reason that it's not appearing when you go to your profile is because you don't have the configuration box checked for that. On this the W-2 checklist that we sent out, there's two configurations need checked. One's in payroll, one's in ESS. They'll sync, and then all of this will be put into place.
Keep hitting that corner.
So that's why you don't see that. The other thing I want to say is,
Your computer, can you read that, Miss?
I'm trying to figure it out.
there we go.
No,
Unmuted.
the one on your keyboard.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to say was what Miss Melissa brought up was that W-2 payslips, W-2 and payslips role for districts who are not using ESS for leaves, but just so that you can have your employees view these digitally. That's the role every employee would have, that W-2 and payslips. That way, when they log in, they're not seeing additional information and may try and enter a leave through ESS, and you don't want them to do that. So it's locked down just to see your profile and your W-2s and your payslips. I will say that Lori has now brought on a couple different districts to that portion of the options. On my email option number 2, they did not use ESS for their leaves, but they would like to start using the W-2 digital delivery. She has actually gotten two or three, Lori, 2 districts set up, correct? 2 districts set up already for that. So if somebody is interested in this, where do employees go to select the digital delivery? That was down at the profile. Melissa, will you show that one more time, honey, in case somebody missed?
Right here. I went to my name.
She went to her name and then she went to profile. And then W-2 digital, W-2 acknowledgement is right there. But you have to have the configuration turned on in order to have that option. Yeah, can you show where it is in the configuration, system configuration, I think, Miss?
W-2 configuration, and then right here, you
Yes.
check this box. That's all you have to do on this side.
That's all for the ESS side. And like I said, you are going to want to check the configuration on the payroll side so that your W-2 reports are accurate, showing how many people got actual forms and how many people received it digitally. I'm going to, excuse you, I'm going to jump back to what we were talking about just a minute ago. Lori has brought on 2 different districts to this. This second option where you're not using it for leaves, but you're just using it for the W-2s and pay slips. If there's anyone that's interested, it takes a little bit of setup on our end. So if you're interested in this, the sooner you let us know, the better. Because we do have some setup we have to do. We do have to get all your active employees out of payroll and into ESS so that they have the ability to go in and get this information. So if you're interested in this, please, the sooner the better. Once we start helping districts close out for the calendar year end, we're probably not going to have the time to get you set up for this. So November would be the time to let us know. It's not a long, hard process. It just does take some time. There was something else I wanted to say, and boy, I forgot it already. Oh, Missy, could you show where you go into payroll for that configuration? Okay.
Give me 1 quick second.
Do you want me to put myself on mute and you can jump on or no?
Hold on 1 second. I just need to,
Okay.
I think when you took over my, can you still see my screen? Yeah, you can.
I can, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Sign out. Oh, boy. I just realized I did some, a boo-boo. Okay. So I'm going to go to my, I'll go to ours.
Yeah, just go to our payroll.
Okay, so system.
System,
Yeah.
Unmute, I just unmuted myself. So system configuration, W2 configuration, and I had to check this box right here, W2. That's all I did, so. And then when you go to employee screen, let me go to employee screen, I'll go to mine. Let's see. At the very bottom, digital W2, that box will be checked and when I sign that agreement. So you can't, they're non-modifiable, but that's how it acknowledges it in payroll, so it knows when it goes, you run that W2 report, what's digital and what's paper. So that's what that's for. Anything else?
any other questions about this process? Like I said, we already have a couple districts jumping on this. And, oh, I knew what it was I wanted to say and I couldn't remember. You already are paying for payroll in your services. So to add this on is no additional charge. So if you're thinking about it, again, that's another thing that can save some money. Using the ESS to get out the W-2s can save you time and can save you money. There's no additional charge if you would decide to add this option on. I see we have some chats here. Lori, what did you say here, hun? Oh, you answered, Amanda. Okay. We started this last year and had everyone sign a paper copy of the consent for electronic W-2s. Do we need to have them consent again in the system? Yeah, Jenny, we did the same thing. We had everybody sign a paper for consent. The reason that you would want them to do that in the ESS system would be because then that is going to reflect your payroll reports accurately. When you run your W-2 reports, did you have anybody who declined to receive it digitally? Or did everybody agree? Tell them. Everyone agreed. Okay. So should I send out an email and tell them this is going? Yes. We did the same thing with our employees. We had a staff meeting and we said, we know you already signed the consent. We're going to ask you when you log into ESS, after we check mark that box, the consent pops up. You have to do that first thing before you can do anything else once you log in. So we told them, we know you already signed this consent, but we're going to ask you to do it one more time for us, so that it's in the ESS system, the records in the system, and it will reflect correctly on our payroll W-2 reports to show how many people are actually digital. For your district, everybody agreed. So the report's going to show it's all digital delivery. But if someone would change their mind, or for a district who has a mixed decision, that report will reflect correctly of how many forms you need and how many people are getting it digitally. So my suggestion would be yes. And if you didn't want to do that, Jenny, then you wouldn't be able to check that box in ESS, because then it's going to pop up. If you check that box, that acknowledgement's going to pop up. So you wouldn't be able to check that box. And that is up to you. Now your W-2 reports will not reflect the breakdown. But again, that's totally up to you if you don't mind that. So however you feel best. I was worried some of our employees would say, oh, no, I don't want to sign this now. I want a form, but they didn't. And again, if they would have, I would have put a piece of paper in the printer, printed their W-2 and given them the instructions on the back, because we're not doing forms anymore. You have to order them in bulk. They're expensive. They're jamming in the printer sealer,
We don't know.
which we now got rid of our printer sealer because we're not doing that anymore. We decided that it was first of all, it's too time consuming, and it did end up saving us money. So, other question. Go ahead, honey.
I wanted to say one thing real quick, and we already have a district who started this, and there was an issue with people logging in and acknowledging it. You have to sign, when the person signs it, they have to sign exactly, which is typing, actually, not literal signing, exactly what it shows below. So
Will
if
that
it
come
has
up,
the
miss?
full name, you have to put like mine's Melissa S. Crosley. So, but if it showed up with my full name, I'd have to type in Melissa Sue Crosley. So,
Can you see that if you go back to that acknowledgement where the name is?
I can't see
think?
it unless I resend it and then do it again. Well, here's the thing though, this is the whole purpose I'm telling you. The district, people were getting errors when they were signing it, and they were signing it completely, the right way, first name, middle name, last name, whatever it had. But we're finding that there are some spaces after names. And I would, and I know exactly what happens, you type the last name, you type over, you type the first name, and it's just instinctive of us to hit space before you hit the middle, tab again before you do the middle initial, middle name. So the way to do this is I would anchor yourself. Let me see if I can do this without
You could resend it and
whatever.
accept it again.
So if I put myself like in this box and
We're not
I'm
seeing
sorry.
you. We're not.
You don't see it, I gotta share, sorry, my bad. Let me pull that up again. This is mine, so share. So what I was doing is I was going in and going like this.
We're seeing your payroll screen.
You see my employee screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want you to see. So when I hit the arrow across, if I hit it one more time and it still moves, there's a space. There's no space before after my last name, and I did it for all three. So if you encounter an error, I suggest you go into the employee screen and do that with the arrow over to take you each space. And if it goes past a space on one of the name fields, backspace, save it again, and then ask the person to log in. And it did work for us. So I just wanted to share that because that can maybe save you time. Oh, I think I know what the issue is. Let's fix it. And one also I wanted to say, what's one nice thing about this digital delivery is how many times have you had somebody come in your office and say, I lost my W-2. Can you print me another one? Or can you make a copy of one? It's in the ESS, go print another copy. You know what I mean? Like, it's not up to you. They have that access. So if they're working on their taxes in the evening, which that's when they should be working on them, they can access it instead of waiting for you to come into work the next day. So all yours, miss.
Okay, and as far as I don't know, I'm assuming, and I shouldn't do that, but I'm assuming that you pass your W-2s out to the buildings versus mailing them. I don't know, but if you get them out and it's Christmas break, maybe you do mail them. I'm not sure, but again, it's cheaper again without having to pay for the postage. And then sometimes things happen with the mail and people don't get it, or they get it and it might have gotten stuck in a machine and it's chewed up. It's eliminating all these extra problems, and it is secure. You're not dropping someone's W-2 in the mail and possibly them not getting it and someone else getting it. I know we do have the ability to truncate the last 4 now on those forms, and we'll go over that at the calendar year-end meeting. Again, another security feature that I hope everyone will take advantage of. We're trying everything we can to keep everything as secure as possible. It just seems like every day we're hearing more things of people having their identities attempted to be stolen. Someone here at OME-RESA just had that the other day. It's just really bad. So as secure as we can be, that's the goal. Is there any questions for us? Anybody possibly thinking about maybe going this route? And if you don't do it this year, there's always, I mean, it doesn't have to be this year. You can think about it. You can prepare your employees and say, maybe next year you're thinking about doing this. It does, like I said, it doesn't have to be right now because it is November. I just wanted to go over all these options because I wasn't sure if everyone had a plan on how they were going to be printing their W-2s this year. So I thought we would go over this, give you all the options that we have, and see if you had any questions, ideas, thinking possibly about doing this. What can we do to help you get through the process? We're here, we're open for whatever we can do to help.
Missy, this is Tammy.
Yeah,
I just sent you an email. I definitely want to sign up for it because right now I pay like $700 for SCView, and that's just crazy to me. My
is that
question
$700 just for the W-2
is for a
package?
year. Yep, just for the tax documents.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
So my question is, are employees able to go back and see prior W-2s and pay slips, or just going forward when we get it set up?
Ooh, do you know that answer, Miss?
I'm
Will you
sorry,
see
they-
prior, if you, get set up now in ESS, will they see prior W-2s? No,
I don't think so.
I don't think so, Tammy.
Okay, that's
Might
fine.
be a way to
But you know what? Let me check on that because there may be a way for us to get those for you. Okay, would
Okay.
one of you guys make the note for me to check with the SSDT? Yeah, we're gonna check on that because I'm wondering if since they're in the file archives,
Yeah, that's
I'm
kind of what I thought, that maybe.
wondering if there might be a way to grab them out of the file archives and import them into ESS. Let me check on that for you because if
Okay.
that's a possibility, that's only gonna make this package even better.
Okay, yep, sounds good. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, send us an email if anyone is interested. Like I said, November is going to be the time for us to get you on. December, we start getting really busy helping you guys get closed out. And the sooner the better. So Tammy, great. Thank you for considering doing this. I just think it's a cheaper, better option. And so I didn't realize SCView was $700 just for the W-2 printing package. That's a little steep. Yeah, there's no charge. Again, no charge for the ESS. If you're not on it and you want to do this, no charge. Okay. So any other questions, comments, ideas? Andrew, what do we need to do?
That's me.
Oh,
answering
okay.
Andrea.
Okay.
Lose me.
Gotcha. All right. Okay. All right. Well, again, if anybody would like to speak to us further on this, please send us a ticket, give us a call. We want to make sure everybody has a plan in place. So you're not scrambling. We want this to be as smooth as possible. Calendar year is crazy. There's so much you have to do as it is. If you can take a few steps off of your plate, everybody wants that. Everybody wants to be home for the holidays and not have to be sitting in an office at a folder sealer, sealing all these forms. So, yeah, we've done that. It's not fun. Anything else? Lori, Aaron, is there any other comments you would all like to make? Suggestions? Okay. Miss, anything else you can think of?
I thought of something, but it already leaked out my ear. I gotta plug my ears. Wait. Keep it in there.
She's thinking for a minute.
Yeah, it just totally left my mind. Oh, wow.
Okay. Anyway, again, if you have any other questions after we end this call, please feel free to reach out to us. We wanna have everybody have a plan and help you get through it. Okay? Okay. I'm positive I'll have questions, Jenny. Bring them on, honey. That's what we're here for. Okay, well, thanks everyone. Have a good day. Again, let us know if you need anything.
Maybe
Thank
we'll see
you.
them on the
Yeah,
20th.
we'll be seeing you here in a couple weeks, hopefully.
Tammy, was Tammy gonna say something?
Tammy, were you gonna say something, hon?
Nope, I just said thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, everyone, have a good day.
See you on the 20th. Bye.
Bye.